Hey guys, it's me, Alina, and today, if you guys can't tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about things that absolutely drive me nuts. Okay, so I work at a fast food restaurant. Not gonna name the place, but when people get their order wrong in the back, they tend to feel like they need to yell at me. Like, check your receipt, first of all, and see that I said no pickles, no onions, or whatever. I got your order right. Take it up with the people in grill, not me. Didn't make your food. Also, speaking of this, why do people really just feel the need to call us all burger flippers? Like, I don't even work in grill. Why? And another thing, when people on Facebook or any kind of social media really ask me dumb ass questions, they'll be like, okay, so where are you from? What's your favorite food? How old are you? Do you have a boyfriend? And like the list goes on and on and on. But all those questions can be answered if you just read the bio. Yes, there's a bio. No, but seriously, I put almost everything in my bio that I can think that people would actually possibly ask me, like in our first conversation. Oh, so what are your favorite bands? Check my bio. Wanna know where I live? Check my bio. How old I am? Check my bio. Interests? Check my bio. Where do I, stuff like that. Even my number, like people still ask for people's numbers. Like just message me on Messenger. Why do you need my number? What is the difference really? Or when I dye people's hair, this is really like the one thing that really irks me is a person that wants to go from a 1 to like a 9 or a 10. People really believe that that's possible in one step. No, there's multiple steps. You have to go through that ugly brown orange stage, then you have to tone it. There's a lot of things that go into there, and then they expect me to do it for like a cheap price. No, it's my time. It's time. Or they expect you to not have any damage, like from like really dark to really light without damage. That's like the one thing that really irks me. I'm not a hairdresser, and yeah, I still get asked these things. Oh, it's possible, like, if I can get a haircut, but I want my hair to still be long. Okay, so a trim? Seriously, going back to the whole, like, going from, like, a 1 to a 9 or an 8, yeah, that's a multiple step process, and it's gonna take a long time. So if you have an appointment with me at, like, 9, you're not going anywhere for like the next couple hours. I hope you know that. It's a process. I keep saying that because life's a process. Okay? And it just takes time. Everything takes time. Be patient. Patience. Okay. Another thing is when you call in and make like, I don't know, a complaint or something, be one of those people like, I like to talk to a manager or whatever, for whatever reason. And they're like, okay, hi, may I help you? And then you explain your entire situation. And they're like, oh yeah, actually it's not this division. You want me to transfer you to like the department that actually helps with your issue? And then you get transferred. And you explain your entire situation to them. And they're like, actually, that's not us, but we know a guy who knows a guy that can probably help you. So then you get transferred to them, and then you explain your situation to them, and they're like, yeah, man, I don't know. Or they say something that actually doesn't help you at all, and you're still like at square one, and you've wasted like an hour of your life. Yeah, pisses me off. When I am getting ready and out the door, and someone says, oh wait, I'm sorry, something last minute, came up, and I won't be able to do blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, okay, like I spent like 3 hours getting ready, but okay. Sure, we'll postpone it. Or actually, the opposite happens. I'm not ready, and people are like honking outside, like, I'm here, like, bitch, where's the warning? Where's the warning? I'm over here, like, one eyebrow on, and like, one pant leg pulled up, the other one's still down. Like, I'm looking crazy. Like, don't do that. Give a girl some warning. So, this actually recently happened to me at work. I was wearing a sweater because, I saw a lot of people wearing sweaters, and I didn't know we're allowed to wear sweaters. So, like, a month later, people are still wearing sweaters. So, I'm like, okay, great, I'm gonna wear a sweater. Wear a sweater to work, over my uniform, of course. And they go on and they're like, oh, new rules, we're not allowed to wear sweaters. So, I had to take off my sweater, and it's a new rule. So then I get called down to the manager's office, like, you have a write-up. I'm like, why do I have a write-up? They're like, oh, because you were no call, no show for Christmas. I'm like, okay, but I told this manager that I wasn't going to be there. Sure, I didn't call in, but I did tell a manager. I didn't know I have to, like, physically, like, pick up a phone, call someone if the manager's right there. So they're like, yeah, you need to call into the restaurant. That's not a rule anymore to just talk to a manager. Because there's a lot of managers there. There's at least, and I say least, there's at least like 6 managers at the place I work at. And the communication is never there. Never. So I got a write-up because apparently the manager that worked that shift didn't know that I talked to the other manager saying that I wanted to call off. So now I have a write-up. That's perfect. Also, work-related, they put me in cash register, which I love. I love being front counter and doing all that stuff. I love it, love it, love it. Don't put me on no drive-through. I hate drive-through with all my heart. You guys, you're crazy. No. Don't put me on drive-through. Okay. So I'm on front counter, and our cashless device, you know, the thing you slide credit cards through, gift cards, all that stuff, didn't work. But communication isn't there. I didn't know. No one told me. I'm over here like, I'm ready, you know, doing my job. Then this guy has to do his credit card like 7 times for it to work. And then another guy has to do it like 5 times. And it's just a continuing thing. And then all together, it just stopped working. And they're like, oh yeah, that broke. It doesn't work. I'm like, that would be nice to know before you put me on front counter. Just communication. Or when they're like, oh, sell, well, I'm going to use pies for an example. They're like, they're out of pies. I don't know that. No one told me. I'm selling pies. They're like, Nydia, why are you selling pies? I'm just like, because we have pies. They're like, no, we don't. We actually ran out like half hour ago. Like, guys, tell me this stuff. Communication, so important. Then everyone calls me like a smartass because I say things that are just duh. So I'm over here trying to get a hash brown ready. I'm going to put the hash brown in the thing because it was, you know, like they have like little bars in the fast food place, like Burger King, McDonald's, anywhere you go really. And they have like the fries set up, hash browns. So I grab a hash brown to put in a bag, and they're like, wait, don't grab that hash brown. I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong with it? They're like, it's old. Like, I said, if it's old, then why didn't you throw it away? And she gave me the dirtiest look. And then ever since then, she's been treating me like she's been a bitch to me. Like, I say things like that, and like, well, if it's old, throw it away. Stuff like that, like, simple stuff. And I get, like, I don't really understand people. I don't. It's probably the last one. I'm gonna make this video, like, super short. But when I'm watching a movie, I don't really know how to explain it. My brain kind of does, like, this puzzle thing where I can watch, like, 10 minutes of a segment or something of a show or a movie. Black Mirror, for example, I love that show, but to me, it's so predictable. As soon as that chick, or spoiler alert, beware, if you didn't watch Black Mirror or you're watching it and you're not on this episode yet, I'm going to spoil it for you. Okay? This girl walks into a museum and you see like mannequins and you see just things from previous episodes of Black Mirror and previous seasons. And this guy who's like really weird comes out and he's like talking about the history behind each object. And each object is kind of like a mini episode in its own. He goes into like a big story behind each one. But in each one, I guessed what happened. And I guessed as a whole, it had many like segments in it, but I guessed it all. And my boyfriend is like, you're ruining this entire thing for me. And it's like, I'm sorry. But that would bug me. If I had someone like me next to me and I was little, you know, I didn't have the mind that I have, I would totally get mad at myself too. But I can't help it. Like, I predict everything before it happens in the show. I'm like, okay, well, she's going to kill him, make him part of the museum. And that's exactly what fucking happened, like, 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later. And I'm just like, I totally knew that was gonna happen to me. Come on. It's like, it was right there. Or as soon as, like, they start talking about the teddy bear, I'm like, okay, they're gonna put that woman inside the teddy bear. I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but I knew it was gonna happen. You know, stuff like that. I'm just like, it was totally there. Just, my mind just connects everything way too soon. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, but tell me if you guys can actually relate to any of this stuff. Am I the only one who actually, like, can predict an entire episode from, like, 10 minutes? Tell me. So, yeah, quick question. Are you guys excited for the new American Horror Story? It's supposed to be set in the future. And speaking of Black Mirror, I'm pretty sure it inspired the season that's going to come. Because apparently everyone's now paying attention to Black Mirror when I've already realized it a while ago when I first got Netflix. And so now American Horror Story is like, surprise, the future. And we're like, it's already been done, but go ahead. But I'm actually really excited because I love Sarah Paulson. I love Evan Peters, you know, all of them. I'm really excited to see them all return. So I'm stoked. So yeah. I'm gonna let you guys go and I'll see ya.